You're about to enter a world where murder is entertainment, and the lines between reality and fiction are blurred. A world where the horrors of true crime are repackaged as thrilling stories, leaving you questioning the very fabric of our society. You find yourself standing in the middle of a deserted road, the only sound being the creaking of trees in the wind. The sky above is a deep, foreboding gray, with clouds that seem to swirl in every direction. As you look around, you notice the remnants of a crime scene, police tape, abandoned evidence markers, and the faint smell of blood in the air. This is where it all started, the beginning of a journey into the darker side of human nature. A journey that will take you through the world of true crime, where the horrors of reality are often more terrifying than fiction. You can't help but wonder, what drives our fascination with these stories? Is it a morbid curiosity, or a desire to understand the unknown? As you delve deeper into the world of true crime, you start to notice a pattern. The stories that captivate us the most are those that involve serial killers, with their calculating eyes and charming smiles. You can't help but wonder, what makes these individuals tick? What drives them to commit such heinous crimes, and how do they manage to evade capture for so long? You start to feel a sense of unease, as you realize that these monsters are often hiding in plain sight, masquerading as normal members of society. The more you learn, the more you realize that the truth is often more terrifying than fiction. You begin to question the psychology behind our obsession with serial killers, and whether our fascination is a reflection of our own darker impulses. You find yourself in the midst of a real-life investigation, with detectives and forensic experts working tirelessly to piece together the evidence. You see the meticulous attention to detail, the long hours and sleepless nights, as they work to build a case against the perpetrator. You start to feel a sense of empathy for the victims and their families, who are often left to pick up the pieces in the aftermath of a horrific crime. You realize that true crime is not just about entertainment, but about seeking justice and closure for those affected. But as you delve deeper into the investigation, you start to uncover disturbing trends and biases that can influence the outcome of a case. You begin to wonder, can the justice system ever truly be impartial? Just as you think you've got a handle on the case, a shocking twist throws everything off balance. New evidence emerges, revealing a web of deceit and corruption that goes all the way to the top. You start to question everything you thought you knew, and the truth becomes increasingly elusive. You feel a sense of unease, as you realize that nothing is as it seems, and that the truth is often hidden behind a veil of lies and misdirection. You begin to wonder, can we ever truly trust the information we're given, or is everything just a carefully crafted narrative? The more you learn, the more you realize that the truth is often more complex and nuanced than we ever could have imagined. In the aftermath of the twist, you're left to pick up the pieces and try to make sense of it all. You start to feel a sense of empathy for the victims and their families, who are often left to deal with the fallout of a horrific crime. You realize that true crime is not just about entertainment, but about the real people who are affected by these events. You begin to wonder, can we ever truly move on from the past, or are we forever haunted by the ghosts of what's come before? You start to question the ethics of profiting from true crime stories, and whether our fascination is a reflection of our own darker impulses. The more you learn, the more you realize that the impact of true crime goes far beyond the headlines, and into the very fabric of our society. As you emerge from the world of true crime, you're left with more questions than answers. You start to wonder, what do we really know about the psychology of serial killers, and the motivations behind their crimes? You realize that the truth is often complex and nuanced, and that our fascination with true crime is just one part of a larger conversation about human nature. You begin to question the role of entertainment in shaping our perceptions of reality, and whether our obsession with true crime is a reflection of our own darker impulses. The more you learn, the more you realize that the world of true crime is just one part of a larger landscape of human experience, full of complexities and contradictions. You're left with a haunting question: Can we ever truly understand the human condition, or are we forever doomed to be fascinated by the darkness that lurks within? As you exit the world of true crime, you're left with a haunting question: can we ever truly understand the human condition, or are we forever doomed to be fascinated by the darkness that lurks within? Like and comment below with your theory, and subscribe for more true crime content. But be warned, once you enter this world, there's no turning back. The darkness will haunt you, and the questions will linger. Can you handle the truth?